Hey bro, if you have a problem with being productive, I've got the solution for you. Look, I perfectly know the feeling when you have to do something, when there's some important task that you just have to complete and you just can't do it, right? It's just days go by and the weeks go by and the time only gets shorter and shorter, but you still have to do the thing, right? I know exactly how that feels. I know exactly how shitty it feels. I know exactly how you always tell yourself, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be productive. Oh, yeah, today I did this and actually this was very important, so I had to do it. So I just couldn't do what I had to do and what I planned to do, which is why I'm going to do it tomorrow, right? I'm going to do it tomorrow. And then the next day comes. And you tell yourself the same shit because you just keep on finding excuses. You just keep on finding stuff that is also important. Look, I'm not negating the fact that other things are important, right? There's plenty of important things. Our problem just seems to be that we are productive. We're just not productive with the right things. We're not productive doing what we have to do. Instead of that, we always find other tasks that are also somewhat important that need to be done. And I have this problem constantly. I have this problem all the time. All the time that I have to do something, all the time that I have to sit down and focus, all the time I have a strict time plan. I always have something coming in between, something coming up in between that takes my focus away and that in the end leads me to not being productive on what I actually wanted to do. Now, that's okay, right? This is somewhat normal, but we are not here because we want to be normal. We don't want to be normal. We want to be better, right? We want to be better. And in this case, it means we want to be more productive. And honestly, I have been thinking a lot about that lately because I have managed to get way more productive in the last couple of months. It's no comparison. You can't compare it. I'm on a complete different level of productivity right now, as I have been a few months ago. So, and of course, I'm only slowly but surely getting into it, right? It didn't just happen from yesterday to today, right? It took some time. It took some time until it grew in me. But look, there's so much content out there in which you're being told, yeah, do these 5 things every day and you're going to be incredibly productive. Do this and you're going to be productive. No, you should use this technique when sitting down and having to work or having to study in order to be productive. Oh no, actually, you shouldn't do that much because doing too much is also not going to be productive, and so on, right? It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all not true. I'm sorry. It's just, it doesn't work, right? It doesn't fucking work. It sounds good, right? It sounds nice to hear that, oh yeah, if you implement these 5 things in your day, you are going to be incredibly productive for the rest of your life. It doesn't work that way. Productivity just does not work that way, and we have to understand that. And look, we're not dumb, right? We're not stupid. We know, actually, deep down, you and I both know the answer. We just don't want to hear it. We just don't want to hear it because the answer is pretty fucking dull. Now, I'm going to tell you what it takes to be productive. I am going to tell you what it takes to be productive because there's one thing that we need to do in order to be productive. Now, before I go into that, let me mention this really quickly. What I'm about to say might be offensive to some people, right? It might actually be offensive to some of you. If that is the case, this is not the channel for you. If that is the case and you're being offended by me telling you the truth straight to your face, this is not your channel. I'm sorry, this is just not for you. Or, alternative, you get your fucking act together, listen to what I've got to say, think about it, and maybe implement it. Maybe you implement it. Maybe you stop being offended by the truth and just embrace it, right? Just embrace the truth, because you know what? The truth is actually fucking simple. Sometimes the truth can hurt, pretty sure, but if you're being offended by what I am about to say, then you've just got a serious problem. So you should then consider your entire situation in general. But without further ado, let's just get into it, right? It's funny because I really feel like nobody talks about this any longer. I really feel like nobody talks. Okay, maybe there's 2 or 3 guys that do, but apart from them, everybody's trying to find the 5 best techniques, the 10 best techniques, the sleep hack that will make you productive, and all of that shit. The truth is incredibly boring, incredibly dull, but it's the truth. If you want to be productive, you just have to do your shit. If you want to be productive, you just have to be productive. If you want to read, you just have to read. Being productive means that you do the stuff that you set out to do. Being productive is incredibly simple. It's not hard. Being productive means going to the gym when your plan says you're gonna go to the gym. Being productive means going to work and working when your plan tells you you've got to work. Being productive means going to bed on time because you want to be in bed on time. Being productive means eating clean because you should eat fucking clean. Being productive means sitting down and doing the stuff that you set out to do. This is the only thing that works. The only thing that you have to do in order to be productive is to actually fucking do the stuff that you told yourself that you want to do and that you were gonna do. I'm sorry, starting to lose my English here. But this really, I think you can feel it, because look, I am talking to myself here. This is not only for you guys. I'm talking to myself, right? If you want to be productive, then just fucking be productive. There's no magic potion for this. There's none. There's no secret to it. Productive people simply are productive because they do their stuff, they do their tasks. They stop bitching about it, they stop crying around about it, they just sit down and do their stuff. And this is how I have managed to get more productive. This is how I have managed to get way more productive in the last couple of weeks. Way more productive. Because I simply told myself to sit down and do the shit that I have to do. There's nothing else to it. There's no secret, nothing whatsoever. Now, if you don't like that answer, then I can't help you. I seriously can't help you. If you don't like that answer, if you thought that I was going to give you the 3 best methods of being productive, I am not going to tell you the truth, because you need to hear it. Because I really feel like no one's talking about it any longer. I really feel like we don't have enough people telling the simple, plain truth. So again, no one fucking cares, right? No one cares if you're being productive or not. No one gives a shit. Do it anyways. Do it anyways, right? Sorry for going on a little rant there, but As you can tell, I take this personal, right? I take this personal because, again, this is also addressed to me. This is not only addressed to you guys, because look, this is what this whole channel is about. It's my journey and yours. It's our journey together. And we're facing the same problems. We're facing the same problems. But actually, the problems aren't that big, right? Because again, being productive is not hard. Being productive just takes one thing, and it's you. It takes you to be productive. Nothing more, nothing else. There's no magic trick to it. It's just dull and boring. You've got to sit down. You've got to do your stuff. There's no other method to it. Look, I'm currently writing my bachelor thesis, right? I'm currently writing my bachelor thesis. My plan was to finish the entire thing 1 week before we have to be done with it. And right now, I'm perfectly well on track. Perfectly well on track. I might even be done with it earlier than planned. Do you know why? Because I sit down and do my stuff. I have a plan every single day, and I execute on it. I do it. That's why I'm productive. There's no secret method. There's none. There's no trick. I don't have a special sleep schedule or anything like that. I just do the tasks that I have to do. That's what makes me productive. That's it. So in the end, it all comes down to you. If you want to be productive, be it. Just be productive. Okay, guys. I think there's nothing more for me to add here. I'm just going to leave it with that, and we're going to catch us in the next video, right? Love you all to pieces. Bye. Mwah.